another paint session for the evening. And before we do that, let me get a drink of water. Water is important. Always stay hydrated. I'm gonna drink some of your water.
Sorry, Fern.
It smells so farty in here.
Fern, I'm really sorry. We'll do it again, I promise.
We have to. All right. Let's see how much battery I have left. It's got 61%. This needs to be charged.
Sorry, Fern.
And now now let's go.
I didn't even finish my post.
Okay. Let's go YouTube. Da 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 da. Oh, dang it. I lost my post from the other day. Let's go like this. Gotta pull up something real quick. Amazon.com. Sign in. And Gladiator. Could stream Gladiator on Prime Video. Let's do that. Desktop site. What's up, Laszlo? Laszlo is here. The Laszlo has arrived. Laszlo has arrived to tell us a story of their day. Laszlo, right? That's true? You're here to tell us a story about your day? You're here to entertain us? You're here to entertain. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? That's a quote from the movie Gladiator. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? All right, let me clean up my space a little bit before I get started. I got all these gloves piling up here. Gloves and towels. I need to get another set of rags and towels, some clean ones. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? All right, let's see who else is here. We got Kittler. What's up, Kittler, with the kitten on the face? Yes, how many cats do you own? We have 4 in this apartment here. And I think the cats probably eat more than we do. between 4 cats, I think they eat more food than we do as adult human beings. Isn't that crazy? Because between the two of them, between 4 of them, they probably eat like 3 or 4 cans of food a day. And we probably sit down and have like two full meals each day. Which means the kittens are probably eating almost as close. The 4 cats, 2 kittens, 2 full-grown cats are probably eating about as much as we do. That's pretty wild, huh? Cats are wild creatures. Yo, Bowinator has beaten his record of entering this live stream at a record time. How amazing. All right. So my question for myself today is, am I going to redo this face?
No.
No? I want to add some highlights. I have a problem. I want to add highlights. I want to add some blood, some highlights. So that's what we're going to do. When someone tells me no, I think yes. When someone says no, I say, why not? Hey, what's going on, kitties? What are you fighting about? Nothing to fight about. All right, who's got something who's got you have to learn a song. Hey, that's cool. What do you got? What are you learning a song for? You playing in a band now? Are you a famous musician and you're just not sharing with us about how great of a musician you are? All right, his face is looking a bit rough. That's cool. I'm gonna go. No, I want to bring his hairline down a little bit. I'm gonna bring his hair down a bit. I think that'll reduce the size of the forehead, and it will get the size of his head just right. And that will, and then eventually we're gonna paint around his head to change the size of it. But I want to reduce the overall size of this head here. You're Taylor Swift. Uh-oh. All right, we got Taylor Swift here. That's cool. I like Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift is amazing. What a talented artist. She is one of America's greatest musicians. Even though they booed her at the Super Bowl, I still, as far as, a person, as a person who can appreciate the voice of American women everywhere, Taylor Swift, she is definitely a voice for many American women around the world, or around America. I don't know how her appeal is around the world, but she's amazing. How can you not like Taylor Swift? I don't really listen to Taylor Swift, but I can, as someone who, understands her worldwide fame, she's an American, a great American musician. I played this game called Civilization. I don't know if anyone here has ever played it, who's watching right now. I really like the game, and what it really makes me think of. So basically, if you've never played it, I just want to give a little insight because we're about to talk about it. But basically, if you've never played it, all it is basically you raise a civilization, one of the great civilizations, America, China, Egypt, whatever, and you raise it from like the beginning of all humanity, like the first four people alive, and you bring it all the way up to modern time with like weapons and war and all that. And one of the ways to win is through a cultural win, which means you can win by having the greatest artists, the greatest musicians, the greatest cultural relics in the world. And I find that such an amazing way of like showing the value of art and stuff in the world, because I mean it's just amazing. And because sorry, I'm starting to get into my painting now, so I might not be able to form a full sentence for a couple of hours, but because it's just like, you know, there's like these people. So like basically throughout, in order to get a cultural win in the game of Civilization, you have to pretty much collect like artifacts, great songs. You have to collect great manuscripts of books. You have to collect, you know, you can like have great singers as like cultural relics for your, well, I guess not a cultural relic because a relic is a part of a dead body, but a cultural like, Kat, what word would you use for that?
What?
Something that's like a relic, something that a cultural object, artifact, yeah, cultural artifact. So you can have like, you know, a person can raise your ability to win a cultural win in Civilization. And you know, it makes me think like, you know, what are America's greatest cultural assets? And it is musicians like Taylor Swift, musicians like, you know, Eminem, right? Tupac. Now, not every good musician. I think Justin Bieber is a cultural asset to America. You know, any well-known musician who has touched many lives is a cultural asset, and I think Taylor Swift is up there as one of the best. But she's good, just overplayed. Yes, I mean overplayed, right? You know, I mean, what artist is not, or what globally renowned musician is not overplayed, right? Like, you know, people want to milk the heck her agents, like they depend on her for money. Her crew, the crew that she has, her agents, like they all heavily depend on her for their incomes. Like if Taylor Swift stopped playing music, there would probably be like at least 100 people that lost their incomes for like the majority of their incomes. That's one thing that's wild, right? Like her agent probably gets 10 to 20% of everything she makes, right? Like every show she plays. It's pretty wild, like how the business works. You know, there's so many many people that depend on these highly talented people. Now, you know, I don't really know at the top of her game, like, you know, she's at the top of the game. So the way I understand is like agents typically make a cut of, you know, all of the shows, all of everything, because they help to put the deals together. But I think at the top of their game, maybe they make a smaller cut, you know, because they're not as you know, because there's so much money involved. But but you know, good little discussion there, talking about stuff I may not fully understand, but still there's a lot of people that depend on Taylor Swift's success for their incomes. Sony, probably their directors, I mean, you know, that's one thing that they don't really tell you about being a highly successful musician, is that, you know, there's probably at some point you reach a point where like so many people depend on you for money, for not like money as in like, you know, you just giving handouts, but like literally work for money, right? And you know, it takes a special person to be able to handle that kind of pressure, to be able to perform day in and day out and speak to an entire generation of women, young ladies, girls, whatever, right? Takes a special person to be able to do that. So I just made a 12 minute presentation about how amazing Taylor Swift, how important Taylor Swift is to America's cultural system. So Taylor Swift, if you're watching this, give me a shout out. It would help a lot. Just kidding. I don't expect anything from you. Taylor Swift, I'm talking to you in first person because I know you're going to see this. Alright, we have some frustrations in the apartment right now.
Yeah, I can't find the link.
Just go to the Amazon page and send the link to the... No, the Amazon sales page.
Yeah, that's where I get confused. I was on it and it wasn't doing it, so I thought...
You just need to share with them the link to the book.
That's what I'm trying to do. But I was doing it the wrong way because I haven't done it enough times. I don't remember if it was KDP or if it was...
Again, you don't want them to manage your book, right? You don't want to give them access to managing your book. So you need to go to the actual page of the book on Amazon and then offer it. And remember, there's only one day left. Like,
not even a day.
Yeah, a few hours. So, make the announcement. Get it out there.
Getting it. I cooked dinner. I cleaned up.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you did. You did a lot of great things. But now I'm just trying to explain to you, that's what you got to do. All right, so let's see. This guy's Toga did a lot of great things. And you know what? You still get 2 more days left of the free promo. So, right? Because you did 3 days, but you still you get a total of 5.
I do. Why?
Because that's the Amazon's rules. You get a total of 5 days.
Oh, so I still have more days?
No, but you set it to 3.
Yeah.
Remember
You said it.
But you told me that's what you wanted. You said, let's just do 3 days. So yes, I did set it, but so you still have 2 days left if you really, want to push it. All right, reducing the size of his head, just little by little. Go up on this. Just got to be a little bit more delicate with this because I don't want to mess this up again. Spent so much time on his head. Done it and redone it multiple times. All right, let's find a red for this cape here. This guy's cape. And she's good. Overplayed. All right, so that's where we'll leave that. We will leave that at good, but overplayed. It's perfectly fine. Let's go right here. Does that look like about a right shape for his head? Yeah, that looks like a good shape. All right, so now what we got to do is we got to bring in some highlights into his hair. So let's bring a little bit of highlight into his hair so that, we have some color variation in here. Maybe a little bit of white. Not because there's white hairs, but because there's highlights, right? There's highlights coming from the sun. All right, cool. You finished painting not that long ago. Day after you finish, you realize, yeah, I mean, you know, that happens. If you were on my stream last night, you know, you'd definitely be like, yeah, it's a thing. Happens. But, you know, like, it's one of those things where if you just, if you change, like, you got to decide, like, how you want to paint, right? Um, you know, I like this painting method because it gives me a little bit more freedom and like, you know, it gives me a little bit more of like expression as far as uh, my painting style goes. But you know, if you want to save time, all you need to do is just draw it out ahead of time, right? Use a nice fine pencil, draw out, spend.
This is the link to my new book in the Confession series. It is called A Nun in Paris.
Yeah.
It is just being released on Amazon, and you can get it for free tonight up until 11:59 p.m.
Oh yeah, so if you sketch out all the
Just click on the link above, and it is the raucous, rowdy, raunchy romp by a young woman who has escaped the confines of convent life, where she was sent by her controlling father. Period. Enjoy her sexual escapades and her discovery of life in Paris in the 1960s.
Scout, psst, don't bite that. Try to find a nice ochre to go over this little area right here.
Can I copy and paste from a Facebook group post that I made?
Let's add a little bit of yellow pink on top of this. It's a little blown out in this, but it's okay.
Hey,
Is that fern?
what? No, it's beans. Bird is not going to see. I feel so bad for her.
Yeah. Let's see, this is gonna come in right really tight. And I want to yellow this a little bit, yellow it so it's not so bright white. Oh yeah, but if you were here for my live stream yesterday, what was I was saying that if you're here for my live stream yesterday, my goodness, this is like the 6th time that I've worked on his face to try to give it the level of detail I want. I want to darken this just a little bit because right now it's still a little bit too bright, a little too much white. Maybe add some red. Let's go. This guy's been slaying human beings. So let's go. Just make this nice and pink here. And how do I make this just right? This color tone. Let me find a good balance. Our yellows and brown.
Of my latest book, A Nun in Paris, period. It is available until 11:59 p.m. tonight, period. It is a raucous, rowdy, raunchy.
It's not available until 11 p.m. It's available for free until 11.
It's available.
Write it down, babe. Like a script.
This is easier.
Yeah, but if you do it like a script, you're not gonna have to do it as many times.
Just want to copy and paste it.
Oh, okay. You know what? I think in this section, there's it looks like a weird highlight, but what I think happened, and this is one challenge of like painting Hollywood movie scenes, is, you know, Hollywood is everything. This might be a shocker to some people, but everything in a movie is pretty much.
Oh my God, it's copying everything you're saying.
Oh. You know, rather than saying I don't want to say everything is fake. Everything is real, but also everything is perfectly controlled in a Hollywood movie, right? So knowing this, not everything is perfectly controlled. In fact, it's not perfectly controlled, but like, you know, everything has to be made to look as real as possible. So like, you know, what I think is happening here, so I'm using a reference, and as I'm looking to my reference for details, you know, I'm painting these like shadows, these dirt marks, but what's really happening is that, you know, I think where some of the highlights are coming in is actually just where this shirt slips off, and you know, it's his shoulder where they must have added fake dirt onto his body, and then the shoulder just has this like clean space because they didn't dirty that spot. I guess that's my guess, but of what happened here. And I'm gonna do a little bit better at trying to reduce the overall darkness of these parts here. I like how rough it looks. This rough actually, like the painting, you know, the painting characteristics are very rough, so it kind of adds to the overall feel of our characters, I think. That's what my cats say. They say, And then let's go. Very dirty up there. So that's one thing that right now I'm thinking about. I'm like, you know, how do you paint the difference between shadow and dirt? Because with what's going on, you know, you can tell that they're in battle. It's okay if they're dirty and they have like, you know, splotches and all these different colors around them. But it's important for me to figure out how I'm going to differentiate dirt versus like, you know, something else. Dirt versus shadow. So that's something to consider. Yeah, but these are all right, and I figured out what I'm going to do with this space. I'm just going to put a window. There's like these windows here. Might feel a little out of place, but let's go paint in one of our windows. I think we're almost actually done, though, by the way. What's this little white mark right here? I don't get it. Oh, there we go. Just darken it a little bit. Let me add a little line of black. A little line of black just to show a crease in his shirt right here. Sup, Wilbur? Make scoff marks in the dirt, then shadow make it look like motion. What? Where's the dirt? Where do you see dirt? I don't see any dirt. All right, there we have that. Got a little underline there. Movie Glad He Are Her. Gladiator Her. Gladiator Her. Gladiator Are Her. Gladiator Her. A little bit too bright, so let's try to find our blend between the two areas here. Use our white to blend in these two sections. Let me go along this sword. We're going to go along the sword. And let's tighten up the sword here. What's up, Michael? How you doing, dude? Ah, good night. What's up? Good night. Omizu, always with the wonderful surprise visit. Does anyone have friends anymore where they can just like pop into their house without calling? I feel like that used to be a thing. Like I could just like show up. You know, as a kid, I could just show up on my friend's door at his place and be like, "Hey, man, let's go ride our bikes," you know. But I don't think that's like a thing nowadays, is it? It's not a thing. All right, and then you got the arm here, got his hand. So let me see, I can actually probably move some of these body parts here. Let me move some body parts around. I want to move this head over a little bit. So we're gonna go with a nice dark brown, and we're gonna go around with this head here. Increase the width of that. And then we're gonna go maybe even a bit further. Let's raise this just a little bit more to about like right there. And then we're gonna bring some gray right into here just to give it this metal sheen. Add some gray, give it the metal sheen here. And all right, let's go like this. Try to find a hand. So if he's holding it like this, you're probably going to see the thumb and then the knuckles. Add little highlights of blue. Try to find a little bit of white and blue just to match the skin tone. And as Omizu has once said in this stream, you can't always expect people to get it. So sometimes you have to like, you know, paint it in for them. So I got a hand there, it looks good. This is a little blurry, but that's okay. This piece right here. And let's see what else we got to do. I think we had a gray color here, right? I love using this section as like the part where I can just lay down whatever colors are on this brush that are like left over. That's what I've been using this section for, but that's why it looks so dang cool. This section is like, you know, just any color that I have on my brush and I'm just like, I don't know what color this is. Let me test it out. I just lay it down here and it creates this like all this characteristic, all this like, you know, it's a shame that somebody's butt has to be, you know, the most interestingly detailed thing in a whole painting, but it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it has become, and that's what it is. So here we go. Let's grab some of these reds here. We're going to go into here with these reds just to cover up this section right here. And let's try to find some white and then just add in some of the highlight of white right into this section. Actually, this should probably be more blue or even a gray, like a blue or a gray. Try to find that white, tiniest bit of white. Yeah, this is white reflecting on metal, so definitely a little bit of white doesn't hurt. All right, and let's see. I find that amusing. So Michael Wilbur said something, and then Omizu said good night, and Michael Wilbur said good night, and then there was just silence. Very, very interesting. So let's go here. It's supposed to be like metal armor, not brown armor. So this color is a little inaccurate. That's what we're gonna fix right now. Go in with some gray. So really help to change the feel of these sections here. Let's reduce the give it a gray look. So we got the color gray for. And here we go. We're gonna go right into here. Bring this down. The hardest part about this part was really just getting the shape of the the armor. How does this armor disappear into here? This armor just kind of goes, and then there's some more armor that comes down. It looks like there's like a string here. I don't know what this is, but let's get into some detail. It's like a string that keeps it together. I don't know what that is, but let's just paint it. Sometimes, like when you don't know what you're seeing, but you draw it anyways, miracles can happen. Like sometimes you just have to trust what you're seeing. And that's this just great exercise. By the way, you know, sometimes I like make stuff up, but that's actually based on a thing that I learned from this drawing book, one of my early drawing books called Drawing on the Right Side of the Brain. And if you've ever tried to learn drawing or whatever, you've probably heard of it. But it's by a woman named Betty Edwards, I think her name is. And it's basically a bunch of exercises that you can do to learn to draw. And one of the exercises is to take take anything that you want to draw, particularly a photo, and turn it upside down. And what that's supposed to do when you turn it upside down is this idea that, you know, forces you to draw what you see instead of what you think it should be. And that's a really important skill because, you know, it's an observational skill that helps you like draw much better. Because, you know, one of the problems with drawing is that people might have like a preconceived notion, right? Like say I'm trying to draw an eye and I see how I think an eye should look is ultimately going to affect how I draw this eye. But if I was to, you know, turn it upside down, my assumptions will either affect the final drawing, or I'm able to trust my observation skills and just draw what I see. And then the ultimate test is when you turn it back around to know whether the drawing actually looks the same right side up. And the better you are at it, the more it will look accurate. But ultimately, it's not about accuracy as much as it is about just training your power, your visual power of observation. That's like, that's the key there. And it's a wonderful, wonderful, fantastic drawing exercise. I've only done it like a few times, but it is really, really helpful because it just gets you to trust like your own observations. So like, if you're seeing something, you're like, that looks so weird when I draw it. And then sometimes you don't like notice how important it is to draw it that way until like, you're into the until you're really deep into it. All right, so let me add some highlights here. Did you figure it out?
Me?
Yes.
No.
No? What do you need to figure out? You need to get the link, right?
I have a link.
Okay, so
the
what?
link is working. I can't copy and paste what I wrote in the post, which would save me time and wrist.
So why don't you try something else? Go into like a text message, type it all out in the text message, copy and paste from the text message, and then paste it.
Well, I already finished.
Oh, so you did do it?
No, I wrote it all out for every single one.
Oh wow, that's pretty nuts, but okay.
It's a lot of work.
But sometimes you just gotta try a different route to problem
I
solving.
tried lots of different routes.
But you didn't.
I'm tired. I'm
Okay.
done with it. It's done.
Okay.
Finished. My posts got shorter and shorter as I went along.
Okay. All right.
It's okay. Just tired. Relax for 20 minutes and then take a shower.
Like you made it way harder for yourself. Like forget if you can't solve a problem one way, like try it a different way. Right? Like if you can't copy and paste it from Facebook, like wouldn't it make sense to try and copy and paste it from somewhere else?
Maybe, but I thought that'd be a waste of time, so I just wrote. I wanted to use my time
Okay.
wisely.
Can I turn it down a little?
Yes.
Because the music gets me in trouble.
It's not,
And this has a lot of music.
but it doesn't have any lyrics.
Yeah, but instrumental music can still be copyrighted.
Can it?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
All right. We're solving problems. That's what we do. We solve problems. All right. So here we go. I'm gonna go with some greens. Yeah, we're gonna add some greens into this. Let's add some green just for fun. A little bit of green up here. Choose some bold greens.
Ooh, it's sticky.
Maybe I should give some of this green to like into our spaces here.
Ooh, I did it really sticky.
Pookie, do not put your tail on there. Even though it's dry already, don't put your tail there. Pookie, can you go? Like, what's the point of being right there, Pookie? There's no reason for you to be right there. It's the worst spot. Stop. Pookie, stop. Do not go into the paints. Go. Go. Pookie, go. You're gonna jump or what? Just jump off the table, bro. Okay. Ah, kitties. The best, most annoying things you can have in your life. Yes, very stinky. Kitties are so stinky. Why are they so stinky? Which one did it? Cat. I don't know. Alright, now that I've got this green, let me try to improve the hangingness of this area.
I can't stand the smell.
Hmm?
I'm gonna clean this. I can't stand this.
Alright, hang this. So the hanging section would be like right down around here. So let's try to find our design. Yeah. Try to make this feel like a natural. Maybe I should draw a line. Form like a natural circle type thing, like half circle. And I think that feels more natural. All right, so we're gonna go and we're gonna have to reduce the size of these little bouquets in the background. That's all right. That is part of the task, the activity at hand.
Mask.
Cat poops. Cat poops. Cat poops. Alright. We're gonna go like this.
Oh.
And then here we go. Let me just see how this is starting to look. Yeah, okay, so this natural curve is starting to look a little better. So basically, I'm just gonna have to paint over this section. But I have this section. This section looks fine. You know, I would base the curve on this area. And I think the curve feels more natural now. So let's go ahead and try to find a straight brush. An angular brush.
Okay, they're litter box hopping now.
They are?
Yeah.
While you're doing it?
Yes. Decide which one they want to defecate. Or both of them. Oh, that's all of them.
Who else's cats do that? They jump into the litter box as soon as you start working on the litter boxes. They want to get in there. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That's how much time I left my brush in the mineral spirits to hopefully break up any leftover paint that was on them. But it doesn't necessarily mean that it worked as much as I would have hoped. But right now, all we're doing is we're gonna paint over this green here. So I probably don't even need this right now. Let's just paint over this green and see what happens. Best would be, you know, after this green has been like totally dried. But you know what? Why wait? Why wait? You know what? There's probably a good reason to wait. I should wait. And let's grab some of this pink and yellow. Let's see if we could go right down into here. Carve away some of this right here. I think this section is a little too rough. Let me see what I could do. This probably isn't the best brush to be using for this specific area, so let me see. Let me bring some of this color down into here. Just gonna brush it down into here. Why not? Just brush it down into this area. This area needs to be brightened up a little bit anyway. Alright, clean off this brush. Well, at least they didn't. Would you prefer if they waited until after?
Oh, they will. They'll do it again as soon as I'm finished.
Alright.
I know that.
You know your cats. Okay, let's make a dark square. Let's use this brush. And this is just a random object. So rule of thirds, we got rule of thirds, and then we just need a nice little section down here that's not going to be too distracting, but I need like a little thing down here. So if I rule of thirds, if I do rule of thirds, I don't necessarily want to draw too much attention to it, but I'm trying to find like a good compositional spot that like the human. So I think this the actual science behind this is that this is about twice the size of a human being. So we want like a big window with prison doors, like right around. I don't know, where would a good spot be? The idea is that, I mean, they're pretty far forward.
Hey.
It's a down up view. But the actual size of this is like slightly double the size of a human being. So like if their feet are like right here.
Get out of there. No.
Perspective going back, you know, that far, I guess would probably be about like right here as far as head height. Head height would probably be right around here.
No.
But I want to cover up that.
No.
Head height right around here.
No. That was starting to dig in the bag of clean litter.
Here we go. Scout's digging. What is he, a mole now?
Seems to be. Now he's trying to figure out how to get into the bag. I put something on it so he can get into it. Now he's scouting around. Trying to figure it out.
Well, that's his name.
Yep. Good name for him.
We gave it to him.
Pookie's just a cute little, pretty little thing. Back in the litter box. Just playing.
He's playing in a clean litter box?
Yes.
Oh, cats. Cats, they'll make you laugh. They'll make you cry.
Hi. Bird came on the bed with me.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Are you making another stinky? Is that what I smell?
I mean, you know she'll forgive you no matter what.
I know, but I know she'll forgive you.
Yeah, but... that's not as important.
You're taking care of her, as well as me. Hey, stop that. He's trying to rip open the bag.
No, Scout.
Out, Scout.
Scout, behave.
Hey! No!
Scout, will you stop acting like a kitten? Will you become like an adult, act like an adult?
Growing up, you're too big for
Will you act like an adult human being, please? Someone who's rational.
Okay, I need to put this litter someplace.
Why can't kittens just act like adults? Why do they have to?
Babies.
Why do they have to act like children, rabid little children? Just act like
Rabid little children.
yes.
Saw a video today of somebody who rescued a pregnant skunk from the side of the road.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it gave birth, and she kept all the babies.
Yeah, and they're so cute.
Them from spray.
And they're so cute though, right?
They are, they're really cute, but the smell isn't cute. The smell is horrendous.
Well, maybe you get used to it if you're like,
I don't think so. It's like something died.
I don't know. I don't know if I've ever smelled a skunk.
Oh my God, it's horrible. I was going on a date with somebody, and we were driving on a country road in Connecticut with the windows open, and a skunk sprayed the window, the open window.
How did that
Side
happen?
of the car. Oh my God, he smelled so bad.
How did that happen? You must have run it over.
No. It was crossing the road, and he stopped, so he didn't hit it. And it stopped, and it sprayed the car.
Oh no.
Yeah, it smelled really bad.
Well, if anyone's ever dated somebody in Connecticut and you got sprayed by a skunk and you're watching right now, you know what happened to her. She's still alive.
Of course he's still alive.
Huh?
Of course he's still alive.
No, I said she's still alive. Cat's still alive. Like you.
I'm still alive?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
No, but I'm saying, like, if anyone's ever just, like, randomly wondered, like, oh, I wonder what's their names doing, you know? Wonder how they're doing.
Oh. He was an
Asshole. Asshole. Alright, let's go. We're gonna drop this black down. This paint. Black paint. Well, at least he was conscious enough to not kill a skunk.
Oh yeah. I mean, it would have been worse.
It's not, it doesn't seem evil.
He wasn't evil. He just left me at the club, which was not close by, and he left his drunk friend to drive me home.
That same night?
Yeah.
The skunk night?
Yes.
Why do you think that was? Do you know?
Because he wasn't into me, I guess.
Aw.
What else would he do?
He's like, yo, bro, can you take one for the team?
His friend kept trying to maul me.
Maul you.
You know. Not as in a lion, but as in manhandle me while he's trying to drive drunk.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Swerving
That
over
sounds
the-
horrible.
Yeah. I was like, just let me out.
Sounds like a horrible experience.
Yes, we don't have Ubers, but I will find a way home. He's like, no, I just want you to have sex with me. I'm like, I'm not going to have sex with you. He's like, you know, my friend doesn't like you. And I said, I figured that out. But I don't like you.
Now, I will say, now that I'm looking at this perspective is probably a little off, but you know, can it pass? I don't know. But we've already committed to the perspective, so we're just gonna keep working it and 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 overwork it. So it can't be worked no more. 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Too heavy. Ah!
Want me to do it? What do you want to do?
Trying to keep it away from scalps, but I can't move it.
Oh.
It's too heavy. You know, it's good to get large quantities, but I can't.
Well, all you need to do is use a scooper. You don't actually
I
need
did, but I can't move it out of the way of
Oh.
scout. I did use the scoop.
Well, close it up then.
I did close it up. It keeps finding a way to open it. It's very clever.
Well,
I don't know what to tell you.
you're a human being. You should be smarter.
Smarter than a cat.
Yes. You know, that would be a funny game show.
Are you
Like,
smarter than a
are you
cat?
smarter than a cat? But like, you know, it would be like it wouldn't be like, you know, trivia. It would be like actual physical like
When you
challenges.
squeeze yourself into this really tight space and then get out again, can you open this closed
Or it could be an entire series. Like, are you smarter than an animal? And like each challenge is like different. Like, can 10 people build a dam better than a beaver?
They can't. I'm sure.
You know, 10 random people, can they build a dam better than a beaver?
I don't think so.
Or like, what's an animal that's really good at digging? A gopher.
Or a weasel.
Can 10 people dig a hole faster than a gopher with their bare hands? That'd be a really good show. At least for like, you know, a couple of episodes. All right, we're gonna pitch it. A game show called "Are You Smarter Than an Animal?" And you pit human beings against, you know, animals that are specialized. So it's like, you know, you might have like a bear, and it's like, can you find food faster than a bear can find food?
Can you catch a fish with your bare hands?
Better than a bear.
Yeah.
There you go. That's a good show. All right, Animal Planet, give me a call. The show has already been copyrighted. Are you smarter than an animal? You've already got it copyrighted here. That's not how copyrights work. We all know that. We all know that a real copyright isn't made like that. All right, so let's get the rest of this yellow ochre. Yellow ochre. Yellow ochre. grab just the yellow ochre. We're gonna blend that into here as well. You know, yellow paint happens to spread on other oil paint so well. Paint really spreads on oil paint. Oil paint spreads on oil paint very, very well. But if it's just like the littlest bit wet, it has issues. And right now I have an issue. So I used like really dark blue paint at the bottom right here the other night. And I can't really touch that because if I do, it's going to get on this brush and spread into the rest of this painting. So I have to try to avoid that a little bit. But I just want to paint all this with a nice golden yellow. We all know, you know, gold's real gold. It's not always yellow, but you can make the illusion of gold by just using a bright yellows and ochres. All right, real gold has a lot of colors. It's got glimmers of white because it's a shiny object with, you know, areas of green and shadowy browns and all these other little characteristics of beautiful gold color. What is this little black square? It's an homage to Kazimir Malevich. What's Bird saying?
She's saying. Is that correct?
She's laughing at you. She's like, haha. You think Bird can smell?
Of course. Why would she do?
Well, maybe she's saying thank you.
Yeah.
She's like, that smelled so bad.
Yeah.
She's like, thank you.
It's horrible.
All right, let's see if we can add some of these darker highlights just into some of these areas right here, just to give it like a color that connects it together. Maybe dull down this a little bit in some areas with some pinks. A little bit of reds here. Let's give it some reds here. There's blood splatters, you know? Some brown. Trying to reduce the overall shimmer of this yellow here. Let's see, let's give it a little bit more red here.
Please take out the trash.
Yeah.
You will. Traumatized her, and I'm so sorry.
She's not traumatized. She's always been like that.
I know, but I felt like that was more traumatization. Really scratched my hand with that.
All right, you know what? We got some of the major details, and I've reduced the overall like goldenness of this wall.
All right, now you are sister.
So, you know what? Let's take a break on this. I like the head shape now. His head is looking a little bit more normal. He's got the facial hair around the mouth. The expression's okay. The eyes, you know, just a little bit of detail about the eye, but you know what? I've reached a point where if I keep messing with this eye, it's not gonna. The chances are it's not gonna get that much better. I do want to do one thing though. Let's do one thing. One thing with this eye. Oh, she changed.
No, that's somebody else.
Oh, he's already sleeping with somebody else?
That's his brother.
Oh.
Yeah, she looks like a little kid.
I was like, damn, all right. Oh, wait.
He had a lot of sex for a very hero.
Well, yeah, he's the richest, handsomest guy in town.
I think he's handsome.
Well, I'm just guessing that's what the movie's trying to suggest, right?
Yep.
I can read between the lines. I don't really think he's handsome, but hey, I get it if the movie people think he is. Hollywood thinks he is, and he is. Who am I to say no? I think I'm handsome. You're like, not as handsome as Bridgerton. No response, Cat? Cat?
What?
No response?
To what?
I said, I think I'm handsome. And then you're like, and then I'm
I
like,
wasn't listening. I'm trying to listen to this.
like you're thinking not as
Okay, I'm
handsome as
pausing it.
Bridgerton.
Talk now, so that I can watch this.
Okay,
I've
alright.
only got a few minutes.
No, it's okay. Go watch your show.
Did you see enough?
No,
I mean, did you say enough?
joking.
Okay.
All right. All right, we will paint over this a little bit more just to finalize some more details, but for now I like where this is at. We've laid colors over colors, built a lot of sections, and we're going to move on to our next painting. Let's move on to another painting. So, fresh air. You need fresh air. Need fresh air. And for our next magic trick, do this painting. So this painting might cause some issues because it hasn't fully dried yet. Still got some stickiness to it. Da, 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 da. All right, let's start with our figures in the center and work our way around. So let's see. I'm going to use a smaller brush for these. So I can actually probably just clean this brush off. So do you think they'll stay together, Kat, or do you think he'll...
Yes, they have to.
Why?
They didn't get divorced.
Yeah, but they also didn't have threesomes every night. Well, maybe they did.
That's not divorce.
Yeah, but, you know, when you think that people didn't do things back then... Shut up, Emmett.
They did things as long as they
Just Stop talking, Andy. What's up, Pookie?
My eye.
Get it out.
Thank you.
Scout. Scouty poo. Scouty pie. All right, let's do this. So we got this green. There's a lot of green back here. So if I can use this dark green to light up the sky back here. Let me start with this green. That's a nice green. Just want to lay down this green just to create an ambiance. Ambiance. It was a dark and stormy night, and all through the city there was a horror to be aware of, and nobody knew until the moment that the spacecraft arrived. Let's see, so we're gonna go with some, let's create some very dark areas. So this person's hat. Remember, this person's got a coat on. Where this coat is. Okay, don't make me. She's always doing that. Huh?
Likes to mess.
Yeah, but she always she walks by and she just purposely just slinks on by and then just slaps her tail gently across the canvas.
Yep. That's her style.
Okay, go. Go.
Who happens to be the most desired man of the season.
I don't really need this mall stick.
Do you not remember how the Bridgertons treated us like dogs when Marina's skin was uncovered? Now you've been out till all hours of the night with no check. I mean, how did you this morning with news of an engagement to the very same Bridgerton boy, using Lord knows what wiles to entrap him? Excuse me.
Let's get some of this detail. Let's see. Got some greens coming down the side of this figure right here.
I know it does not look like much now, but once we lay out some of our furnishings and decorations, even so we should not get any start until what we're going now.
You do not realise how much that makes me. But you said to me, no one has ever stood up for me.
I'm gonna go with a nice dark hat here. What's up, Pookie? Hey, psst, bad. No, don't buy cables. No cables for you. No cables for you. Little one. And let's go with some of this darker green. We're gonna use a lot of this green actually. I love this green color. This person, they have their arm like that. Just give it a little bit of space.
I think she has a double D or triple D.
I don't know. Just know that they're big.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I haven't even seen them. I'm just guessing by what you're saying. They're probably pretty big. Like them?
Huh?
I said, do you like
Do
them?
you like her boobs?
Yeah.
They're beautiful. They're like giant alabaster globes.
I
That's what they are.
don't even know what alabaster is, but that's funny.
It's white. It's a precious stone.
Is it like mother of pearl?
No, it's like the cliffs of Dover. There they are, in all their glory. Look.
Oh, no, they're like big C's. D? Yeah, they're definitely like D's.
That's definitely a double D.
With push-up bra, they look much bigger.
Yeah, of course. She's got a corset on.
Yeah, they look way bigger with the corset on. Yeah,
Corsets too.
you make boobs look huge.
Oh, he's got an 8-pack. Good talent.
I mean, some of it's probably spray painted,
Could be.
a little bit.
I don't know.
And the right, I mean, haven't you seen what's it called? 300?
300, yes.
Yeah, the whole idea is that every single one of those people has a fully defined six-pack. No.
No, I know that. Even the fat guys have it.
Yeah,
Wow. Here we go.
just getting it.
He's getting it too. Getting it, doing it. I don't know why they didn't wait though.
Why would they wait? They don't. Why wait?
Because they're Edwardian. Or Georgian. That's it, Georgian. My king's next.
Bridgerton does not wait to get laid. And then let's go with the
She
brown.
is a huge throbbing member.
Oh, they show it?
I think so.
What do you mean you think so? You saw the penis?
Not yet.
Oh. Do they show a penis? We're watching a show called Bridgerton, everybody. That's what we're talking about. Let's add a couple of highlights into this. I'm gonna go.
Oh, yes. Can I have some more, please? She looks like she likes it. You could do all that to me.
What are they doing?
Settee. What do you think they're doing?
Oh. Yeah, let's do it. Starting OnlyFans.
Oh, she had an orgasm her first time.
She did? She did?
Well,
It's not her first time, is it? She's not a virgin. Huh?
yeah, she's a virgin.
She's a virgin?
She's
Really?
yeah.
Oh. Wow. She say I have to go to the bathroom?
No.
Oh.
She's
Oh. Oh. What age group do you think the show's for?
16 through 126.
Yes. Nice. This guy's head here. This guy's head is going to come forward, really forward. Get a little bit of a tan here. We find a, let me just go with like a orange wall, yeah, orange wall. I think I could exaggerate this and make it like a bright bright green. Try to find like a bright green here. Bright green, yellow. Actually, you know what? I see the color contrast that's being made here. And maybe I want to keep it. Let's go. This could probably go into here though. Get a shoe there. Try to improve some of the white lights. And let's go. Let's see. Or can we add some of these highlights? You know what? Let's drop this brush before we get into trouble with it. Get into trouble with some of these brushes. Because start to just like do stuff. Start doing things. And sometimes painting isn't about doing things, it's about trying to make something up here that sounds pretty good. Let's see. Sometimes painting isn't about doing things, it's about observing. Sometimes painting isn't about doing things, sometimes it's just about just observing your painting. That's a good quote. Very quotable there. But what we got to do is we got to figure out what we're going to do with this background. And I think with the power of all this green, I want to try to create like a yellowish light. So let's focus on like a yellow light in this environment. I'm going to go with a bright yellow. Slightly off bright yellow, actually. So let me go, let's find a good lemon yellow here. There we go. Now is a good time to use our Williamsburg Brilliant Yellow Pale. This is like probably the perfect color for that perfect color. Got this as a gift. It's a beautiful, brilliant yellow in there. Just basically it's just white with a little bit of yellow. But, you know, it's a perfect color for, it is such a perfect color of like a bright white room. A lot of people say, like, oh, why don't you just learn how to mix colors? Black, white, red, yellow, red, green, blue, or red, blue, yellow. But honestly, sometimes, just like if you just have that perfect color just sitting around, why not use it? You know, just saves you time, saves you energy. So let's go ahead and try to find this color back here. We're gonna paint between our figures here.
This guy is a crazy little boy tonight. Hi, Fern. You're not mad at me, are you?
You know what? Let's go add a little bit of a pink. A hint of red into this. Just a hint of red. Bright yellow. Hint of pink.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit of a... Let's see how this color looks. We're going to start with this color. You know, things could change. This is just our fill color here. Just to fill in between these characters just for now. Yeah, we have to buy one of our... Well, Cat has to buy, usually buys one of our cats like 5 beds a year. How many beds do you buy them a year? Probably like 10 beds a year, huh?
I think I gave like 8 beds to the shelter.
Oh, yeah. They're all from last year. No, probably not.
I gave one to the other cats because
They've all been peed on. They've all been peed on. Alright, so we're going to paint down into here. Cover up this figure a little bit. Try to establish the shape a little better of this thing that we have right here. It's fine. Keep going, keep going. Just painting in the colors exactly where we want them. What's going on? Let's go right into here, bring down some of these colors, these brilliant red colors. Let's see how we can find and go across here. This guy has such a bright light on his head.
Sleep?
Let's see. We'll put some of these colors across here. Let's do this one right here.
Hey, can I sleep, please?
Did you say every day I'm shuffling?
Yeah. Dirt.
Every
One
day I'm
day
shuffling.
after Irma has deep cleaned this, there's a pile of dirt on it. Is that painful?
I'm gonna go with a nice dark, nice shadow right into here.
You. You silly little thing.
I'll have to paint over that later, but let's go add some more shadows. Let's go with brown, like a dark brown red here into these areas. And like a dirty white. Maybe a dirty white color. Over here. And then another hazy white right into here, but then there's also a darker brownish red, brown red here. And let's see how we're going to do this. We're going to do this one, also a similar color.
She likes to jump up here and knock the bowls over that I'm putting food into.
Cookie does?
Cookie does, yeah. I don't think she realizes what she's doing.
You think so?
She smells the food, she wants to come up here, and she can't see. She's short, so she misses, and she's like scrambling at the edge of the counter.
Teach her to grow.
She's big enough. She's a cat. She's not a person.
What?
Yeah, she
Aw.
wants to be a person. Wait, where's the paper towels?
I'm gonna go one more row of this. And then we're gonna go, actually there's some in here, so let's go try to really dark. Just gonna go like this. Did she say round round?
Something like that.
I think she just said round round. Our cat just said round round.
Okay, what does that mean? Let's get the hell out of my way. I'm gonna eat.
It's like it's time to eat. Hey, Fern. How are you, Fern? All right. So we've got some of the bright, darker colors. I still think this shadow needs to be just a hint darker. So let's
Told you guys.
go just a little bit darker with this area.
Stop hissing, Pookie. She's the hisser one. She's the hissing one.
All right, we'll do some different shadows and stuff later, but for now, I think what we can do
Here.
is move on to the next part of this and go for the lighter colors. Tighten up some of the lighter color areas, like that pink area. So we're gonna go with like a darker pink, brown. Oh, what am I saying? No, that's gonna be more like a green blue. What am I doing? No, this needs to be contrasting. We need rotating colors of contrast, which at this point, I think it helps to have this green.
Simba, you wanna eat? Simba.
So the overall color theme is like, you know, this interaction between this huge section of like coldness and this really nice section of warmth in the center being played here. And I think that's the idea that's trying to be captured in this. So, you know, that's the idea that I'm gonna
Go on.
aim to capture in the painting. So, you know, those of you that don't know, you know, if you weren't here for the first stream of this painting, session 1, this painting is actually based on a scene from Everything Everywhere All at Once. Yes, that Academy Award winning movie. Amazing movie. Everyone should see it. Yes, everybody, even if you don't like movies, you should see it. You know, I think here's why I think it's a worthwhile movie to watch is first of all, I worked on it, so I'm a little biased, and I think it just has such a compelling story. Like there's just something for everybody in that movie, and I know that sounds like a horrible thing to say because like how can a movie, you know, a movie that tries to do everything doesn't do anything well, right? But it's sci-fi, it's got time travel in it, it's got action, it, you know, like it's got amazing actors, Jamie Lee Curtis, Michelle Yeoh, you know, like it's got Ke-Huy Quan. It's like really up and, you know, the directors were up and coming at the time, but now, you know, they've reached, you know, some of the peaks of entertainment after winning their awards, you know. So, and I think, you know, when directors, writers are really new. I mean, they weren't new. It wasn't their first movie, but like, you know, as far as winning awards, you know, it's almost like they came out of nowhere. But you know, I think especially for what they were doing, like they had nothing to lose, right? Except create a fantastic story. So as creatives, you know, just like a creative, someone who might value like a creative idea, it's a worthwhile movie to watch as well. So yeah, check it out. Everything Everywhere All at Once. Like creative ideas, creative vision, like amazing story. It's a little confusing at first, but it starts off pretty strong, you know. So many great things to say about it. Really good movie. I like it. Keeps your attention. It's a fun movie. But over time, this paint section will probably change. But right now, it's still just, you know, building up some of the foundations. I'm not sure if I really like this little black thing right here, and I need some more shadow around. Some more dark spaces to like fill it out and block out some of the light. But for now, this is what we work with, like a vibrant red. And let's see. Oh, well, this kind of cuts off in a weird way. Let's go right here, right here. And let's bring out Michelle Yeoh's head. The fuck did you do? Oh, excuse my language. Ooh. My goodness. Totally forgot I was live streaming. What are you doing? Cookie. Stop. Stop causing a ruckus. Yes, I talk to my cats in bizarre ways, like they're human beings. Try to find her face here. Give them ghostly faces. And now that we've got this color, let's try to find, it's just a bright white. What can I actually do with this? Not much. Not much. Maybe add a little highlight right there. Let's see. We're gonna add little highlights right here on this object here. And then bring it down, little object right there. Maybe if I grab some green, a little bit more green, then some of this green into this space over here. Let's bring down some darker values in front of her face. gonna grab some black. Let's just darken out. He's got to lean. He's leaning, you know, he's leaning against this wall. So let's give it a little bit more of a curve down here. Push his body out just a little bit. Continue building out this black. So how's that look? All right, that's looking pretty good. I think the hair looks okay. I'm gonna bring a little bit of a collar. And honestly, I should probably just bring this black out in front of her face, just so we have some, like, a really dark value to work with.
Come on, let's go. I want the bathtub. Come on, let's go.
All right, you going to bed?
Yep.
All right.
Don't shoot. Come on. Scout. Scout. Come on out of there. Out in the bathtub. Let's go. Come on.
This head is in a really awkward spot. I may have to do some modifications in order to.
Wow, they cleaned these bowls too.
I may have to repaint this entire area. Oh, yeah. All right, give me a minute. Be there soon. All right, we're gonna take a break here. I'm working at this, and well, actually, yeah, we're gonna take a long break. We're going to bed. We are going to bed, people. Can't be up all night painting for y'all. Yes, I could, but some people, I really could stay up quite a few hours and paint, but you know, I like to pace myself. There's too much in life to think about right now. All right. Actually, you know what? Let's get a couple more spots. Lay down this black, just to get rid of some of these little splotches of color. I don't want it to look like. You know, I don't want it to look like there's you know, it's like too glowy at this point, right? There's like too much of a glow. I'd like to have like some crisper separations in the areas. But I think we're getting good. You know, we've got the overall feel, the overall feel of this painting. One brush down. 2 brushes to go. Let's close it all up, baby. Those of you that are here, thank you. Great to be able to enjoy a paint session. Too bad no one jumps in on the conversation, but you know, maybe next time. No need to be shy, people. And here we go, round 2. Packing up our paint supplies here. Yeah, this scene that I'm painting from the movie is definitely feels inspired by Edward Hopper. I mean, Wong Kar-wai, as far as cinematics goes, but Wong Kar-wai meets Edward Hopper as far as the mood. That's what it feels like. I should what?
Paint a tribute to Val Kilmer.
Oh, maybe.
He's iconic. Doc Holliday, Goose.
All right, good night, everybody. Yeah, I could do that.